a firefighter. Probably like everyone in the front row and everybody across the back, and all of us in uniform. Chief Alston is currently the Chief of Special Operations, who gives him command over the hazmat, the Seaburn Fireboat, the heavy rescue company in Squad 4 in Jersey City. In the past few months, he has visited Durban, South Africa, as part of a training delegation from the 9/11 Fund. He is a welcome speaker on the lecture circuit and always seeks opportunities to train. In Jersey City, John commands the 1st Battalion, which covers the middle third of the city. This assignment includes the Holland Tunnel to New York City, the PATH rail system, Ellis Island, Liberty Park, City Hall, 5 fire stations, 10 fire companies, the safety officer, the master service unit, and the high-rise and tunnel units. In the past, he's held positions as administrative aide to the chief of the department, safety officer, public information officer, and chief of the Jersey City Fire Academy, where he trained 63 recruits. His first assignment as a captain was to Engine Company 9, the busiest company in the state of New Jersey. John is a 10-year veteran of the Jersey City Heavy Rescue Company, which responded to the World Trade Center on September 11, 2001. While at the rescue company, he was an innovative member and an instructor in advanced vehicle extrication, rapid intervention for firefighter rescue, high-angle rope rescue, and high-rise operations. He is a New Jersey State certified Level 2 fire instructor, a national instructor, trainer for the Red Cross. He is an International Association of Firefighters master instructor for hazmat, weapons of mass destruction. He instructs police, fire, and EMS workers in incident response to terrorist bombings. The National Incident Management System I-300 and 400. He's an instructor for the Jersey City Fire Department, past instructor for the Union County Fire Academy, and the National Foam Advanced Firefighting School in Texas. He teaches at the FDIC convention, which is the largest convention for firefighters in the world. He is taught in Canada, Kenya, South Africa, and Mexico. He is the director of curriculum and senior instruction for the Carl Holmes Executive Development Institute for Executive Officers. And I condense this. With all that John does, he still has time to be a devoted son, father, and husband to his family. He always talks about his family and how proud he is of them. Like a number of his older guys, or senior guys, in the fire service. John's son Malcolm is also following in his dad's footsteps as a firefighter. John has a very fundamental belief in the true mission of emergency services. Prepare yourself to meet the needs of people and property for any emergency. Use the best practices and share them. Someone's life may depend on it, and it may even be your own. Please welcome my good friend, Chief John Alston.
Good evening. We will try that again. Good evening.
Good evening.
The great thing about someone not cutting your bio is that it's longer than the speech, so you'll be fine. First of all, I want to thank you for attending. I knew you would be here if I wasn't here, because you've got graduates. And anytime anyone accepts the calling, the gift, career, or the position of a firefighter, the first chief of the New York City Fire Department was Chief Coker in 1811. He said that any person that puts their hand up to be a firefighter has already earned the right to be a hero, to be a noble member of our most glorious profession. And I tease my friends on the law enforcement side, but we are the noblest profession on the face of the planet. With that said, I want to thank you for the invitation. We work together, which is exciting too. I want to thank Kristen for the invitation, along with my good friend Steve. It is good to see my friends from the Academy. It's been a long time. It's been a couple of years since I've been at the Academy. I think of you often, and thank goodness, and then no thank you to Facebook that I get to see a lot of you in action. I want to thank our elected, appointed officials. It is important that you not only support us on paper, but physically be here after a long day and during this wonderful season of election in our country, that you still find the time support the new, not recruits, because you're on the job now, as it were, to support our new firefighters in Union County. I'm a Union County resident now for 25 years, so it is not only important that they are properly trained, properly outfitted, part of a team, and have an assignment, but they have a support system, both on the job and off the job. Because there's one thing about all of us in law enforcement, EMS, and in fire, that you do not know when the call will come. You do not know what the job will be that you have to do when you get there. And then there's the aftermath. That's something I'm going to talk about later, that some firefighters and law enforcement are going through now. It's good to have my dad here. My dad is right there. Yeah, I'm talking about you. That's my road dog. For the values, the character, the lessons that I didn't want to learn when I was younger, the lessons and the support that got me through 31 years in the Jersey City Fire Department, and to also know how to take care of my family, but most importantly, how to choose my friends. You will find that out in your career. I'm going to shorten this up tonight. I just wanted to say, what is past is prologue. What is past is prologue. It's a quote from the play The Tempest by William Shakespeare, when he is trying to talk about two friends, Antonio and Sebastian. And they are friends, but Sebastian is the heir apparent. He's going to be the next king. He's going to be the next man of influence in their kingdom, in their nation. And he's done a lot of things in the past. And his friend Sebastian continues to think that it's his time now. So while Sebastian's father is sleeping, Antonio prods him and tells him, well, it's past his prologue. Everything that you've done in the past now has got you ready for this position, for you to come into your own right now. So we want you to kill your father and take his place. And that is the moral question that he has to wrestle with. And I won't tell you the rest because I love Shakespeare and I think you should read it for yourself. But sometimes what happens is when we have new people that come into the fire service, they tend to forget those that have come before them, that have laid the foundation. And that's not just the fire department, that can be life, it can be in private industry, it can be that you're prepared now, that you've gone through the training, you've done everything that you can, and now past is prologue. And now that you believe that everything you've done up to this point has prepared you to step into those shoes, it is your turn now. But the strange thing about Shakespeare is that he always has another meaning. He always has another meaning. And sometimes you can say what his past is prologue is that what has happened before will happen again. And so Yogi Berra had it best when he said, it's deja vu all over again. So as I stand here speaking before you, I can remember giving other speeches here and talking to new recruits and telling them, staying in contact with them in social media, and the same questions come up and over again. What do I do if this happens? What if I do if this happens? I would ask you to look to your left and look to your right, because if you did not get it in the training academy, you will get it on the line. And one of the things that we say on the job is, you've already been through the academy, you've learned everything that you need to learn there, now you're going to learn the job. And that's true in a sense. But in the training academy, we gave you the vocabulary of firefighting. We gave you the definition of firefighting. Now that you're a firefighter, you're going to get the application, and that comes from leadership. It comes from those that have set that stage before. So what I'm telling you is, do not kill your past. Don't kill those who've gone before you. You have to listen to them. You have to study on your own, but you must look, listen, and learn. Because that's how each of us has navigated the fire service. Each one of them can tell you a wonderful story and a horrible story. I am holding onto my hand right now and tell you a wonderful short story. There are going to be some things that you're going to do in your career that you wish you take back in 2 seconds. It may be something that you do, it may be something that you said. And as the cadets sit here and listen, pay attention carefully. I'm 55 years old. I joined the cheater group 2 years ago. Does anybody know what the cheater group is? Okay. It's those little glasses, thank you very much. Those little glasses that allow you to cheat because your arm is only but so long. And I held out as long as I could. Well, I joined that group, and the problem was I was in the fire car and I couldn't read the sheet. So after I got dispatched to give me the verbal, and I did the job, I went to Staples and I went and bought a pair of glasses. What I ended up doing was trying to open them, and I couldn't open them in the car. And I carried a very sharp Something that if I waited back till I got the quarters and got crash shears, scissors, better light, anything else I could have done to keep that from happening. But in 31 years, I've fallen through roofs, I've been trapped in fires, I've been trapped in a fire truck that got hit. None of that was as devastating as this. But I was back at work in 3 days because I love the fire service and I love the job. And as long as my chief was willing and he said, can you answer a phone? Yeah. Can you drive a car? Yeah, good. You're in special operations. We're going to put you there anyway. Have a nice day. So you have to show up ready, willing to work. But there are going to be mistakes. There are going to be accidents. Thankfully, this wasn't fatal. Thankfully, it's not permanent. We are living in a wonderful time of science and medicine. A wonderful time. We're also living in a time of turmoil. We cannot forget about our citizens who were killed in Orlando and being killed around the country and in the nation and the world. We cannot delve into politics in the fire service, if you will. We cannot be involved in those major political discussions, and they're going to happen. Most of our rules say do not discuss politics, sex, religion, and guess what? Spend 5 seconds in a firehouse kitchen. That's the first conversation you're going to have. That's the first conversation you're going to have. Are we supposed to do it? Absolutely not. So we have to rely on wonderful, wonderful first-line supervisors that will guide you through your career. Because what is past is prologue. Muhammad Ali, we lost him. Muhammad Ali had a great quote. He says, if a man or woman looks at life at 50 the same way that they did at 20, they've wasted 30 years. I can say to you in the fire service, if you look at the fire service now, as you are now, and we look at it as the way we are now, and we have not changed, you've wasted a wonderful career. You've wasted a wonderful opportunity to serve, to better yourself, to become a part of a noble profession. You will spend more than a quarter of your life with the people that you work with. They become your second family. I can tell you about Facebook real quick, and I'm going to take my seat. Be very careful about social media. I thought I was media savvy, but I was pretty good. I've been on Facebook. I've been online longer than anybody in this room. I was online when I was 11 years old. As part of the Dartmouth and Kinney time-sharing computer back in 1971. Been online a long time. Before there were screen names, before there was CompuServe, before there were 300 baud modems. I was online. But I was pretty savvy. I was down in New Orleans last week training, and I lost a friend 2 years ago. You know how Facebook pops up the page, hey, 2 years ago, this happened? I liked that photo. I liked it. And so all of my friends who were attached to my accounts, they liked it too. And I started getting calls. Hey, I'm sorry to hear that you lost your brother. I'm sorry to hear. So much outpouring from my job, from my friends in Union County, and my friends across the world. I didn't realize it. I just said, hey, I like the photo. I started answering my phone. So we're sorry for your loss. You lost your brother. No, he was a friend. He was a colleague from New Orleans. That was 2 years ago. But you will develop friendship and fidelity in this job that will transcend social media. And when you're hurting, we're hurting. When you're in need, we're in need. And when you triumph, we will triumph with you. But be very careful what you put on Facebook. It is permanent. It is instant. This was a good experience. There were some bad experiences as well. And Facebook and the internet are forever. Be careful with pictures and things that you post. So with that, I'm going to take my seat. I'm just going to tell you, show up, ready to work, ready to follow orders. It is the best